You gotta ask Grok about XRP prices, and we're gonna feed the whole data on what's happening and going on. How can XRP reach $5 with ChatGPT? And again, advancement of AI is just insane. Like it ceases to amaze me how strong it is right now. So here we have Grok, and we could just ask it random questions, and it's gonna tell us content of itself. So this is another factor here. So let me just check on that. Grok, what do you think? Are we going to go to $5? How can XRP go to $5? Explain to my YouTube viewers, because we are doing live trades. And I wanna see what will XRP hit $5 2025 or 2026. And again, Grok is so advanced, guys. Smash that like button as well if you haven't already. XRP could reach $5, and then you can see it thinking about users' requests. It's super searching. It's even searching tweets. So it searches tweets of other like people doing analysis, which is pretty amazing with Grok compared to ChatGPT's example, because ChatGPT doesn't do that. So nailing a sweet 2.8%, $2.18 profit on a long tide with a stop loss at 1.9. Average price holding at 2.18. Maybe it's a bit different by the time this video is out. And let's dive into the big question burning up the chat. How can XRP rocket to $5 and it will smash that level in 2025 or 2026? And I think a lot of people would be very happy if we got, over to 2025 at this point. It would be definitely an exciting factor. XRP is just not another altcoin. It's built for the real world speed and cross-border payments, processing over 5 trillion annually through Ripple's network, blowing past Swift's clunky old systems with a faster, cheaper settlement. It's definitely doing that correctly, so that's what I like to see. But then also, as of today, hitting $5 means a 20.25x pump. That's doable in terms of a bull cycle, but here's the roadmap of 5 key drivers that could make it happen. So regulatory green lights and legal wins. Ripple's SEC is basically fully wrapped, and it has that already. Because if we look at this pattern over here, if we look at like even the 4-hour chart, immediately when Trump stepped into office of 2025, so let's go way, way back on a daily chart, you can actually see over here on 12th of January how much crypto pumped, how much XRP pumped. It tells you everything that you need to know. That XRP has now a better chance at going to $5 than ever before. And Grok is literally trying to tell me that. Spot XRP ETFs are already pulling in 22x68 yesterday alone. Total 811 million across 5 funds. Franklin Templeton is seeing highest volume. So again, it's ETFs that are driving volume. They're not driving nearly enough to make it explode or pump, but it's a very good start I'm seeing for XRP. So this is the important factor that we are looking on the long-term trades for XRP in general, which is good, but it's nothing like XRP ETFs, 70 billion. So we're at right now 811 million trading volume for XRP and ETFs. Demand could 3x the price. Analysts are calling $5 high odds this cycle on ETF hype. I mean, I was hoping the ETFs would actually help us more. So that would be cool, but if not, sure. And live trade alert, volume spikes above 500 million daily. That's your green light target for a $3 swing. So as more people start buying ETFs, that would be another prime example of how XRP could grow up. So again, more ETF volume usually indicates that the prices are going to get higher at this point. So that's a very important factor that most people don't talk about. Now, Ripple stablecoin RLUSD ignition. This is a sleeper hit. RLUSD pairs perfectly with XRP scarcity. So XRP scarcity pushing past $5 easy. Pro move pair XRP longs with RLUSD news. Aim for 20 to 30% announcements. I mean, yeah, the Ripple stablecoin. I don't really trust it that much. I don't think the Ripple stablecoin is that big of a deal. But a lot of people do enjoy it. A lot of people do like it. Institutional adoption and market cap flip. XRP needs to crack 260 billion for $5. So it's the institutions that really have the lot of money to buy XRP, which is something I think is an awesome idea. I think we haven't seen, XRP really explode yet like before. But there's no retail. You guys got to realize, not a lot of retail right now in this space. And, no retail means no buyouts, basically. So it's going to be a big problem. How can you get sales? And that's the idea, my dear friends. It's the retail that's going to hype us up. So we also have macro bull run breakouts. Bitcoin's halving echo global liquidity alt season. XRP's chart like yours showing its coin link for a 350% breakout. Now, this is the final plan is entirely reliant on Bitcoin itself. XRP could go a bit further and become its own thing. I'm just kind of worried right now where we would go from here. So this is the important factor. Timeline, 2026 or 2025. $5 is very possible by late 2025 with 2026 locking it in blow off top. The conscious from 15 analyst forecasts I pulled. And again, guys, I have an open position here for my long. 5 bullish for 2025, 581. And average target is 220 to 4.5 and a bearish is $2. But we already went past $2, so this means it would be good if I opened a short, right? So yeah, a long-term long would make total sense here. This is why XRP told me here, if we're bearish, we're already hitting, 1.87. So that means I should open a long here, and I will open a long at this point. I will open a $5 long with a stop loss and a profit loss of 5. So projected income, and we can actually place it right now. And that's it. I'm going to also use leverage a bit because we're pretty low position. So I open a new leverage at this point because this is the exact reason. If the AI is telling me, hey, this is the lowest we can get for XRP, that would be a pretty nice hit. So why 2025? If we break 340 soon, your chart's resistance, token metric says $5 to $10 by year end on the bull momentum. So we need to hit $3.4. Again, if we hit $3.4, $5 to $10 is going to be really easier to carry. Like, it's kind of like, building a snowball. Once you build your first snowball, it's 10 times easier than before. So final trade call, go time, XRP to $5. Hell yeah, it's on the table. Watch ETFs, RL, USD, and then 350 break. Your chart proves the strategy works. So more conservative plays like Crack and Peck, predict that XRP is hitting $2.3, but upside to 8.5 if a Ripple USD scales, which a lot of people have been talking about, a lot of traders. So I'm going to make my own prediction here for XRP. And I have been calling it bullish right now. It's trying to hit for another trend line. Like it's building up resistance, basically. It's building up its support level. And I think 187 is the lowest we're going to go in midterm. This is my honest opinion. This is why I opened the trade. I could be liquidated again here because the crypto markets are very risky right now. But 1.87 is the lowest we will go at this point in this month. We could go in a big crash in January. At some point, we will need a big crash towards even 1.16 cents. So at some point, 1.16 cents is where I think, is going to be the crash. So we're going to have to retest those zones, 1.87, 1.46, and 1.9. But for now, I'm still semi-bullish. I think a further downtrend. So there's two possible scenarios I made here. Either we go slowly up, like we're waiting for Bitcoin at this point, or we're slowly going towards a downtrend. It doesn't seem like that. This is like only maybe 30% of this scenario happening. So a very important factor here for XRP. And if you guys want to get started, don't forget to trade to earn massive XRP rewards. You can power a deposit And that's something I'll be making a Discord community about. You can road to become the top trader and win 2,500 XRP. I do have an XRP competition. If you get enough trading volume, deposit and sign up under the link in the description below, you can get 90 XRP, 180 XRP for free, 420 XRP, 1,000 XRP, 2,500 XRP. So yes, you can get 2,500 XRP if you do 40 million trading volume. So you would need to be a big trader, but you know, that's 2,500 XRP extra basically. It's a competition that I made for you guys that we are planning to do with a lot of these partners. So just let that sink in. Pretty awesome to consider overall. But right now, yes, I am still bullish on XRP and I open a trade. So let me open a smaller one. I'm going to close these orders, cancel all of them. Cancel all. Yes, stop loss orders. We have that here. And we're going to buy another. Well, potentially we could buy a long here. So that's one factor. So we requested the order with stop loss closing the long. So that's something to consider. And yeah, it does have a size of $674. And we're gonna see what happens. You know, I'm gonna wait with this order, see if it goes through. I do hope so. That would be amazing. But right now, I'm still hopeful for XRP to go up. We're only 1% down, which is very normal in markets like that. So if you want to join me, link in the description below. Friends, so yeah, this is a lot of stuff we have to consider basically. 2026 is going to be a different path. And, you know, we're just waiting for one final push until XRP goes down, down, down. So XRP to $5, it's on the table. Watch ETFs, RLUSD, and that 350 break. And this is the most important factor that we have been talking about to you guys on. The most important factor is these 3, 5, 4 things. Regulatory green lights, ETFs, inflows, Ripple, LUSD. Some of these are more important than others. And I think the most important is if Bitcoin goes up. And the least important is Ripple coin, stable coin. I think this is going to be like a long-term project for Ripple. I think it's still going to take time, but it's going to be very nice to see.